Hey guys, Spartan here. Welcome back to Odin Sphere. You may be wondering why I'm at the main menu, and that's because I'm wanting to show you something that is kind of plot relevant. This cat here is used to view the story archive, which is, you can basically see the events of the story. You can see them through all the 5 books, so as you can see here, like, I think each one of these represents an act of the 5, like, one of the chapters in one of the books. So it's just, these are just acts of the first chapter of the 5th book. So the 5th book starts first, and then the 2nd book starts. 3 and 4 start around the same time, but 3 has like a big gap. The reason I bring this up is this is where Gwendolyn's story starts, and this is like kind of the end where Gwendolyn has to go through that sleeping spell. So all of this has happened in between where we are now. So two stories out of the 5 have ended like right before. Book 2 has ended like already, so yeah. There's only one other person who actually has a story beyond this, like huge gap of things that happened, so a lot has happened between then. Just thought I'd show you that because it's very plot relevant. Get off the damn chair, Alice. So yeah, we'll be returning back to Valkyrie, which is technically the name of the book. It's Gwendolyn's story. So yes, we shall return to this, as Malorn says. That's a reference I don't think I'd ever make. So yes, there is more plot relevance. There are no plot irrelevant characters in this little area here.
You're looking lovely as usual.
Rum. That's my spear. What is it doing here?
He said that Odin gave him that spear. Princess, you are the king's daughter, correct?
To give away the spear my sister handed me as she lay dying.
So in case you do not remember the story, because I haven't recorded in like 2 days, and you're watching this as they get uploaded, yep, Gwendolyn is no longer a Valkyrie, apparently, and belongs to some guy.
Feel like I slept forever. Are you all right? I shall bring you some tea.
It's the only use you have, mirrors.
A bit better knowing that you're here. I will attend to you, even if I wasn't ordered to.
You probably were.
Miras, thank you so much.
So yeah, I've been having a headache recently, and I've recently fixed that. Back in the original game, Gwendolyn did not have a running animation when she was in this state. But yes, we're back to normal over here. So obviously, something has happened. I don't need to make cyclone potions.
Princess, I'm a puka vendor. Is there something you need?
So you can buy stuff in this puka here. Weirdest name ever. So, anything new, now I can buy ingredients for stuff, but I don't really need those right now. I might store some more stuff because I have plenty of junk. I just need more inventory space. You get a lot of inventory in this game, by the way. Oh my god, look at all these potions that... See, this is the problem with this game. Back in the original game, it was just lack of inventory space in general. In this one, it's just a lack of inventory space due to excess amounts of potions that I will save up and I'll never use. So, this place. Restaurants. This is basically more experience, which is why, yeah. You don't need ingredients here, they have all the recipes, and you use the coins, the special ones, in this place to acquire basically just experience. So it's like Mori's kitchen, except you need these coins. So it's technically better, but it doesn't give you bonus experience, and the bonus experience is a lot. Shut up! Stop giving me tutorials. So, where's my inventory slot? I'll press start. So yeah, I'll probably be cutting all of this out because it's all kind of pointless, but take note that the places here do show all recipes, so if you're missing a recipe, like, you can kind of fill in the blanks in Mori's place if it's like 3 of a kind of something that you need to have, although that's kind of obvious. So yeah, I'll be just getting spirit here. Jump cut. Actually, no, I'll probably show like the thing for this place first.
Welcome.
These people's voices have not changed since the original game, and they're still annoying as hell. I don't know how they do that. Like, so annoying. So yeah, all of these require, like, the Valentinian gold. It doesn't even show you the recipes you don't have, like, some stuff for. I think it's just based on the time of the game. So yeah, you can see experience, except you really can't, but whatever. You know how this is going to end. Okay, so up by, like, 2 levels, almost 3, because I'm at, like, the threshold of leveling up. I just need, yeah, 185 more experience, which isn't that much. I don't need to plant seeds and harvest fruit. Why am I getting tutorials? I do not know why. I honestly don't. So you can access the Puka village with triangle, which is where you can get stuff, experience basically. This game is very food centric. I've talked about this before. But now back to plot.
There you are, Gwendolyn.
Oswald, the Shadow Knight. So I have been forced to accept the enemy's elite soldier as my husband. It seems I am destined to suffer.
I must take my leave soon. But before I go, I would like to give you something. Your hand, please.
Yes, you said please give me your hand and you just took it.
I'm sorry. I have nothing else worthy of being presented to you. This is a beautiful ring that I obtained from a dragon named Wagner.
The ring to Trell?
Will you accept it?
Why are you giving me something so precious?
How can I say it? Well, it's because I want to see you smile, to see you happy.
I am a warrior. My only happiness stems from battle. You sound unsure. Do you fancy him? No. That man is my enemy. When I think about all the warriors he has slain, I cannot forgive him, no matter how kind he is to me. My father's spell is making me feel this way. 'Tis not love. It simply cannot be. I shall seek vengeance the moment it presents itself. That is what my father would want me to do. There is no reason for you to remain loyal to a king who has abandoned you. I just want to do what will make my father happy. That is what Oswald just said to you. He yearns for your love in the same way you yearn for your father's. It matters not. For now, I am simply a prisoner being manipulated by my captor.
Plot thickens.
Oswald, are you leaving so soon?
Yes, I have an oath to keep. Gwendolyn, will you wait for me?
I belong to you now. If you command me to wait, I shall obey.
You are not an object, and I will not allow anyone to treat you thus. Never. I take my leave. I shall be back soon.
This ring is undoubtedly to Trell. This will allow the cauldron to be activated. I must take it to my father.
Princess!
I come with a message for the king. Ah!
Dead.
What are you doing? I may have been banished, but I will not tolerate such treatment.
The king has ordered us to kill you on sight.
And why has this happened? Well, you'll find out. Eventually! Yes, we're starting off immediately with a fight in the zone. But something I'm going to do, because I'm having like problems with the audio here, I'm going to actually slightly lower the audio when it's not in cutscenes, because I'd rather have balanced audio, and because I reduced my voice volume because it was like, it was just straight up too loud. I was getting constant peaked audio, and apparently you can't block from a string of attacks like that I tried to do. So yeah, boss time immediately. What move did we get last game? Icicle Wave. I'll show that off right now. This move is actually quite good. I completely forgot about it. And I'm getting tutorials for some reason. I do not know why I'm getting tutorials. What should I use? Might as well use some of these. What's the lowest level potion I have? Level 1 Whirlwind. I might as well show this off right now. Very overpowered. Oh my god, I just got hit out of it. Do I lose the potion if that happens? No, I don't. Yes. Huge area of effect attack, and wow, the audio just weirded out right there. Yeah, it's very hard to see stuff happening here, but yeah. This allows you to stun lock a lot of enemies, because it just traps them in a suction field of death. So yeah, I have a level 6 one of those somewhere, I believe. Yeah, right here. I'll be using that when the time comes. But until then, let's use other potions. Oh god, axes. I forget that back in the original game, opening your inventory pretty much didn't stop the flow of battle at all. No, that's not right. It was, opening your inventory did stop the flow of battle completely, and it didn't really leave you open. Unless you actually did something. But if you just opened it and closed it, you didn't lose any time. I should rearrange these. I forget what the rearrange command is, and I don't want to screw anything up by using a useless skill. Like, that move is really useless. What are the odds you're going to be facing an airborne enemy to use that? The answer, none, because there's like one airborne boss in the game. So how am I doing recently? I'm pretty good, actually. I almost reached Master rank in Overwatch this morning. I have like maybe 4 more matches to go until I reach Master. And then I'll be able to like find Muselk on ranked. That fight was surprisingly easy, but I do recall those enemies being fairly easy. And I did level up mid-fight, so that does help a bit. Redstone key. These are used to open, obviously, Minecraft-related things. But yeah, they're actually used to open doors. So let's see, what's the map? That's the start area. For some reason you don't start at the start, you start in the fight. Which is very weird. But yeah, you have to press up and X, and then you have to use key. But yes. Just gonna combo into Needle Strike. And I don't know why the audio starts going good to bad to good to bad to good to bad. I can't really tell the difference very much because I'm, you know, my hearing is impaired. And we get a new thing. It's probably just a potion mix. Oh no, it's a recipe to make pancakes. I should make some pancakes. I haven't had them in like ages. Actually, no, I had some on Christmas morning. They were kind of good, except I had nachos after that because I didn't feel like having pancakes in the first place. There's a gourmet ring over there. That's not bad, I believe. Back in the original game, it was bloody useless. So yeah, just smash these things. And they sometimes drop power stones. So you can sell those. They're level 1, so they're very useless. More fights. I have a question for anyone watching. Would you be interested in watching Quiplash? Because I play Quiplash like maybe every few days. It's not like on my channel or anything like that. Or even with my close friends. I just play them. I occasionally play Quiplash with the Hearthstone Circle Jerk subreddit people on Fubs' Twitch channel. So if you were interested in watching that, I could get like Fubs to record it or something like that. I don't know. It's mostly not me. Like, I'm just one of seven or so players. And it's mostly just Hearthstone in jokes. Like, Aya. Like, there was this one time where we literally just had Aya as the answer for every single question. It was so pointless. Half of them were just sex jokes, by the way, though, so... yes, how mature of us. So we got new equipment. This gourmet ring. Eating speed and HP recovery up by 30%. And it gives... how much defense is that? 12. Probably better than 5 PP. No, definitely better. But yes, anything that increases healing in this game is very much worth it. Chicken is very useful for recipes. I should probably get some food like the tutorial tells me to. Let's plant 2 of these. 55 minus 28 is 27. Or at least 1 too many. Even though I do stop to open my calculator, I am relatively good with math. I know what to do. Like, you're acting like I haven't played in 50 million years. Which is, like... yeah. So I'm getting a pretty damn good boost for getting HP, recovery, stuff. More inventory space downwards. That is top priority. And we're on the roof now. Back in the original game, you couldn't go on the roof. Reason why? No real reason. You can hit these bombs back at the enemies, which is not a very effective way of dealing damage, but it's kind of interesting. You can also light enemies on fire, which can be useful. In the original game, these bombs did, like, too much damage. Then again, the original game was very unbalanced. So if you're using whirlwind potions against these enemies and these guys drop bombs, the whirlwind will instantly like knock back the bombs, so it's very easy to kill even bosses with him. I believe there is a boss fight here that is drops a really good item. Yes, ow, 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 ow. I don't know if the video is too quiet, but it's done this way so that I don't peak the audio in HitFilm. HitFilm kind of sucks as an editing program. I've said this before. It does render very, very quickly, though. It renders like, the rendering takes like 101% of the recording time, which is, like, great compared to, Sony Vegas's 500%. Wow, you do glide really quickly. I should do that more often as a form of transport. There's a chest here. Obviously, it's a trap. Oh, except it's not. Really? I expected enemies. Yogurt mousse. Yogurt. I forget how you make yogurt in this game. I believe it's a material with milk. I don't have any milk, though. So yeah, we'll get back to that. And I think it gave a decent amount of experience. I do not recall, though. I don't remember where the secret stuff in this area was, though, either. Something to do with a bird's nest? Jeez, the enemies in the non-fighting areas are easy to kill. I've said this before, but I think it's worth... you know, anything worth saying is worth repeating. So basically, just don't listen to me. Interesting fact about these guys, they have this attack that they throw their axe at you and they just straight up cannot attack in any single way until they go retrieve said axe. These guys are fairly strong, though, as you can see by the muscles that they have. And yes, I will say muscles instead of muscles, because that is, of course, the wrong thing to say. And I said that as if I was saying, like, being sarcastic. I need to get more skills. I need more skills. In the words of that guy from, that game, wait, this game doesn't have skills? Did I really get dizzied by that attack? I forgot that could dizzy you. Jeez, I haven't played this game in a while. Although, you know what, I'll use this just so I can get the stupid tutorials to stop showing up, hopefully. Did I just stagger him when he was doing, like, an uninterruptible attack? Or something like that? Jeez, that was strong. Hey, new ability, and that was a weird thing that it just did there. You all saw that, right? Oh, whatever. Now it says skill up ready. I don't want to upgrade anything with it yet, though. Freeze enhancement. Enhances the freeze effect. This is actually really useful. Freeze rate up is actually, yeah, really damn useful against bosses, because some bosses that usually can't be freezed can now be freezed. Frozen. Same thing. Power supply. Probably actually useful. A 20% discount on shop items is really not worth it. Reinforcement is incredible, though, so I'll be going to get that as soon as possible. It doesn't tell you how much it enhances it by, but you can kind of tell. Back in the original game, the low attack was really the only way to open chests, because otherwise you'd have to like hit them multiple times. Let's use this, let's use a level 2 healing potion. I think that's enough. 240. I forget if the gourmet ring actually enhances it. I don't think it does. Because it's not actually food. Is there a... yeah, there's a rosemary flower here. I can grow something. How many are in this rosemary flower? I cannot tell. I'll just plant some grapes anyway. Okay, so I get 2 phosons for myself. I'm going to be using those to get freeze enhancement upgrade, because that's, like, I'll be using that frequently. Even though Gwendolyn doesn't have many good freezing abilities other than Blizzard, which I'll be getting later because it's, like, really good. Do you have milk?
No, I'm not an enemy. I'm just a traveling salesman passing through. As long as you have cash, I don't care who you are.
If you're just passing through, then how come you're sitting on a chest, and you're holding a chest, and you're near a giant chest? Shouldn't you be moving then, if you're passing through? Let's just sell these useless stones, and this satin bangle. No, I do have milk. I forget milk is in other, because it's not technically anything else. I need to sell these things because I actually didn't end up using them, because they were kind of shite. Yeah. And I like how it says sell the selected item when you like hover over something, except it's like not true because you're actually just selling the bulk. I'll be getting this because it's a recipe. I'll get one of these too so I can make a junk. Yeah, cooler is the thing that I was talking about because you can mix this with a volcano and make whirlwind. I'll be getting one of these so I can make an extra volcano. Fireproof charm +1, recovery from burn effects 65% up, and I believe it enhances your strength. It's a kind of it's kind of a pretty good item, but you know, I don't know if it replaces the ancient. Actually, you know what? I have plenty of cash. I actually forgot to press right and add it to the list. So yeah, cheese and chicken. I have those already in my inventory. So let's practice my alchemy, I guess. So I believe, yeah. Also, it's level 3 yogurt, which increases experience from food for a limited time and recovers some HP. It's kind of good, but yeah, it's mostly just used for recipes. What was I doing with this? Yes, whirlwind. Whirlwind is better than volcano in like pretty much every single way, unless you're surrounded by enemies only on one side. Now I just have to go buy that fire amulet because I forgot to, because I was an idiot. And I do not know like, I don't know, no excuses from me. I can't even come up with an excuse. I have to open the equipment screen every time. Ancient crystal, you're good, but yeah. You can see my strength goes up by 5. Recovery from burn effect upwards. Burn is not a really bad effect because it goes away fairly quickly, but hey. Okay, so jump cut while I do this. Okay, so I leveled up 3 times there because, like, cooking is incredibly overpowered in this game. Well, it's not actually it's not actually overpowered, it's just necessary. And I also don't know how stuff can grow in this, like, this ground is not, like, seeds should not be found in the ground. Neither should mandragoras. It doesn't make sense. L2 is the map, Spartan, not L1. You idiot. You idiot. Do you have any idea who I am? I'm pretty sure everyone has heard that, like, multiple times. Some of these statues are actually real and they spawn enemies. There's 2 of them right there. They're kind of, like, really weak, though. I mean, I just did get point blanked by it, and it didn't really do that much damage. There's a shiny thing on the ground. You can't really tell the difference between aerial coins and Ragan silver most of the time, but yeah, some of the more keen eye can see. So this is a really annoying boss. This is the, I forget what this thing is even called, but yeah, you're wanting to use Killer Cloud here because it's an airborne boss. You may think that, oh wait, no, you're supposed to wait before using it first because there's a thing that happens. This thing does have a lot of health relative to, like how much it should have. Well, for it being an airborne boss that has multiple phases. So yeah, it loses 1 bar and then this guy spawns. And you have to kill him in order to get rid of that force field that the thing spawned. And yes, this boss is a massive clusterfuck. Luckily, explosives and volcano are very effective against this thing. Yeah, there are explosives everywhere. And you can be ramrodded by the bloody shield of that thing. Yes, just drop bombs everywhere, because this is totally accurate to this time zone. Well, there is a machine that creates, like, energy crystals for battle. Also, I think you get mercy invincibility frames whenever you do that. Like, it shows a cutscene. So yeah. Poison is somehow actually kind of effective against this thing. So there's that stupid pyro cannon over there that is like kind of pinning me down, and you need to kill the dwarf that's manning it. Well, most people probably wouldn't even bother killing that thing because, granted, it removes the pyro cannon or whatever it's called. But yeah, it releases something that's even more dangerous, or at least kind of more dangerous. That's a level 6 healing potion, really, at this stage of the game. I think this record stores 400, so that should be a full heal. 480, yeah. Also, mandragoras are bloody everywhere here for some reason. I can't hear what you're saying, stupid dwarf. So those missiles, you can hit them to reflect them back. And here's the electro cannon, which is the more dangerous of the two things, probably. I mean, it doesn't deal as much damage, but it's easy to hit you with. Yeah, it's weak, but it's accurate. I wish you could use potions on this thing very effectively, but you can't, sadly, due to the fact that this thing moves around so much. And move away from that, and just glide over. Okay, I tried to do a trick there, and it didn't work. I thought I heard the ticking noise that it makes when you're low health, but I guess... Wait, is that even in this game? It was in the original, I know for a fact, but... Yep. And goodbye, ship. I'm going down with you. Except not, because it sinks into the background. And we get a key, because we need this key to open something. It's obviously what it is obvious what it opens, though. I know how to make potions. Shine, which stuns enemies. This is actually a very useful tip. I did not listen to this in the original game. Like, for the first time I played this, because I thought, oh, I know what Shine does, and I don't need it right now. But it's actually kind of useful. But only for when it's actually needed, which I was kind of right with. Elixir. I'll just make some elixir. Elixir recovers HP and grants limited invincibility, and by limited, they mean limited. It's like 5 seconds. But it is kind of useful for, like, tanking if you're going for, like, a big hit or something. I'm just going to collect all these mandragoras. I can see where they are on the ground because of the stupid little dots. Well, not stupid, because they are good that you can see where they are. There's a toxin potion, that's excellent. I used one of those in the fight, I think. No, I used one of them before. Was the bloody boss just knocking all of the mandragoras out of the ground? Possible. Or it could be that the dwarves dropped them. I don't know. I don't know like 100% of this game's drop rates on enemies or other junk like that. I'm just going to check recording time quickly. 32 minutes. Yeah, I should probably cut this here. So I'll see you guys in the next video, where we will be continuing on to go and confront Odin and be like, hey, why are you telling everyone to kill us? That's not nice. I'll see you guys then. Bye.